Can you hear me?
Oh God, this should be fun already. Hello, everybody. To answer Aaron's questions already, on a scale of Friends to the Kardashians, what are we in for? Jerry Springer being the midpoint. I don't think that we should get to Jerry Springer today. I don't think that there are really many problems, other than the fact that Amanda did not know that she was going to be on camera when she joined. So, without further ado, the title is correct. This is my high school ex-girlfriend, former girl that I thought I was going to marry. That
Here
all
I am
changed.
in the flesh.
Sincerely, Amanda Sirakowski. Okay, you're showing yourself to the people. Oh, with the light turned on
With the
at
lights.
the
I'm looking
proper
for lights.
time.
Okay. We're here.
Okay, how are
We
you?
made it. Great. Fantastic.
Okay,
A
so
little thrown off, but
you have
happy to be
20%
here.
battery on your phone, and
13 now, so
what,
ask,
13 already?
ask
What the
away.
hell? Oh no. Okay, so oh wow, so we got to
You
move
didn't
quick.
you didn't prep me good enough for this.
I did prep you. I told you exactly what this was supposed to be.
I don't remember.
This is
Knowing I needed more than 20%.
no. Okay. So what we can do if this happens is maybe you can go onto the Mac afterwards.
I could try that, yeah.
If that happens. But
Or
first off,
yeah.
well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
You're okay. Sounds good.
I'm closing the door.
So first off, hello. How are you?
Hi. I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Why are you laughing?
Give us because this is funny. To give everybody a little rundown, we dated till like what 2013, something around there, before you broke up with me. Um,
Oh, yeah,
yeah, that was it,
2013.
right?
What is it?
Yeah,
2019? Yeah,
2013.
2013.
Well, so that's 6 years ago. We recently saw each other for the first time over summer break, and we are proof that you could kind of maybe be friends with somebody after you break up with them. Maybe, I don't know. Are we
Maybe.
friends?
Yes.
We are friends. So what is that? What is that to you? Like, what do you think? What do you think about the importance of being friends with your ex?
I don't necessarily think it's important for everyone, but I think it
Mhm.
works for us and definitely not other people.
Definitely not other people, and definitely not for me in other situations as well. Maybe
Um,
as of right now, who knows? Yes,
10%.
you have a
Jump
question.
in.
10%.
10%.
Oh my god.
Well, I didn't know that Google Hangouts drained your battery so quickly.
Yeah. So start acting on the plan. Well, no, actually, if it dies, it dies. Just re-enter the request on the different. Well, I'll just have to stall for time and see
Okay.
if possibly
I'll
could
send you a
text me
list
and
of
see what.
jokes.
Yeah. No, that won't work.
Uh,
So what is the latest with you? Where are you at now?
I'm at Alexis's house.
No, no,
We
no, 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 no. I mean like in terms of life.
um well, I'm working a lot. I had off today. My
Uh
dog
huh.
just got neutered. And
These
he
are
was
all
really
big
brave.
things. Uh huh.
Um,
So what are you
I
doing right now? What job are you still where you were at last time, or did you decide? I knew the last time we talked there was some sort of
Oh, yeah. No,
job.
I still
Yeah,
teach at three places, and it's
and you
annoying.
teach
Dance.
dance.
I teach
Um,
dance.
and it's annoying. But what's interesting to me is ever since when we were dating, we were in high school, you loved both dance and you loved kids. So you got to combine both of those things and teach dance to kids. But now it's annoying. Has your dream changed? Has everything kind of?
No. I
No.
still like doing it. It's just annoying because the hours are like 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then another 4 hours on the sixth day, and it's like
Mhm.
hard to get a normal schedule.
Is that so? So if you would go back, would you have done something differently? Would you have?
Possibly. I
Yeah.
maybe would have taken a career that would be more 9 to 5 and then teach maybe 1 or 2 nights a week.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah.
mean, for now it works because I'm still young. I
Hmm.
can handle it. Like my body can handle it.
Hmm. I think that that's kind of like why we got along so well in high school, and kind of why we're friends still now, is that pursuing of the passion, but also kind of recognizing that the passion, when it becomes a career, can sometimes not be as cool as you initially thought it was actually going
Yes,
to be.
like when kids
Uh,
pee on the floor.
Yeah. So one of the things that I admired about you in the last time that we spoke was how you said that every day you wake up and think that it's the greatest day of all time.
That is
Do you
true.
still you feel that way? What? How can you explain that to people? Because I think it's like such a rare thing, and I think it's incredible. Um, but it's a little like, oh, I don't want to say outlandish, but it's unusual for sure.
Well, I mean, I still get in bad moods like everybody else, but I just try to think like, hey, today's the best day ever. And then it makes it feel like the best day ever.
That's it. It's just the
That's it.
mindset.
You just
It's just
say it. You just say it and it happens.
all right. Well, I'm gonna start doing it. I bet you it's gonna
Just
take a
wake up.
couple
Best day
months of
ever.
figuring. Best day ever. Wake up. Okay, that's fair enough. Do you have anything to say about, because these people kind of know me shorter in the shorter span. They're all fans of mine. I have fans. Could you believe it or not? 11 people viewing live right now.
Wow.
Um,
Hi,
so
everyone.
so what would you say from the infancy of me to where it is now? What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
Um, I'm confused by your question. Like, from
Yeah,
where?
to where, like where I started to where I am now. Like, are you like
Oh.
yeah? Is there anything interesting particularly? I don't know.
No, you're boring. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
thank you.
I really wish you would have sent me these questions beforehand, so I would have
Well,
had
it's
index cards.
you don't have to prepare for everything. Sometimes life is just a little bit
Sometimes life is
exciting
just
for,
wearing high school sweatpants in a live video with 11 fans watching.
and it's going to be around 200, 300 by the time it's done too.
Really, you think?
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
know.
maybe my phone
Yeah.
will be dead by then, and
You're
they
hoping just
won't
for your
see me.
die to die as soon as possible. Um, no, what? Talk about me a second, will you? I
Well, when I
don't get that
first met
enough.
you, you
Yeah.
wanted to be a heart surgeon.
It's true. Pediatric cardiologist.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
pediatric cardiologist. And then all of a sudden, you did a speech in front of the whole school, and you were like,
Mhm.
"Wow, never mind. I want to be famous instead."
Uh-huh.
And there we go. That was just the aha
Yep.
moment for you,
Yep.
because you were
Alejandro,
like,
who's
"Okay, I could do this."
yeah, Alejandro, who's an ER doctor in Chile, who I actually spoke to last week. He said, "Really? Like, yeah, I absolutely wanted to be a pediatric cardiologist until I realized I don't think I'm probably smart. Maybe I'm smart enough, but I don't like care about school enough, or don't have the mental wherewithal. I think I have ADD. Do you think I have ADD? I don't
No,
really
I definitely
know.
do though.
Yeah, you definitely do. But yeah, no, that was a big moment for me. And that's why I think it's important when you think when you look back to potentially becoming friends with your ex in the end. It's like, well, how many like big moments were they by your side, and did they help you become a better person? Yeah. So if they did, and
Thank you.
if it didn't end poorly, then like, why not keep in touch occasionally, which I think is what we kind of do now, but it's almost fun. Like, we're almost at the point where it's like, I think we're like actually straight up friends.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah.
like weird.
We can make it. We can make it weird right now.
Absolutely.
Just to keep the podcast interesting on it. So let me think. What else do we have to
My
say? Yeah,
friends
let's hear it.
were really hoping that you would tell your fans about girls, girls, girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I used to get really mad. It's funny you look back on all of
This is
these
so
things. We
funny. It
could,
gets me every
yeah.
time.
So, well, girls, girls, girls was just like a thing that they would say, right? And it was like their mantra of sorts. Amanda
They're
and her
they're real.
pals.
They're clapping from the other room because they're
Yeah.
watching, so they're
And
excited. We're talking about it.
but I knew there was some sort of intent. There was an intent to girls, girls, girls. Or at
What was
least
the
I,
intent?
I don't know what the intent was, but it made me angry. It consistently made me angry. Like, she would just post girls,
So
girls, girls
angry.
as a caption of things. And like 17-year-old me, yeah, I was like, oh, well, this. Like, because it would always happen after we would get mad at each other, I think.
I'd be like, "All right, girls, we're in a fight. Somebody post."
Great, thank you so much. We had plenty of fun memories to go down memory lane with. Should we open up the can of worms there and potential of all of the things?
I think that's for another time when I'm more prepared and I'm not wearing high school sweatpants.
What does that mean? Like, how are you going to be more prepared than right now to go down memory lane?
I don't know. I'm in Alexis and Dylan's bedroom.
Oh, what percent battery are you at, by the way?
I'm at 6.
6. So we have 6% battery left to explain. In the long run, I would kind of just say, as people are joining right now,
How
let's
many
see
how
what,
many
what
viewers
people
do
are
we have?
saying. Um, we have 14 right now. We're just
Can you
getting
see who they
started. That's
are?
the problem. Yeah, well, some people are commenting. If anybody has anything to ask Amanda about anything, feel free to joining. Corey Napolitano, who was just on the show, he does say that he likes to learn about my past. So we definitely, there were some questionable moments there. What is the best moment? I don't know. Like I
It's very hard to think of on the spot. I'm just trying to think of funny things about you that I could say.
keep going. My hair back in the
Oh,
day. I shaved just so
I don't
that
have
you
a
can.
photo, but
Yeah.
there, that he really used to like to shop at H&M, and there was like this one shirt that had like 3 buttons, and it was like 3/4 sleeve, and he had it in like every color.
Yeah, it's
And
called a Henley,
every
and
yeah,
I
and every
and I
time
still
that like
like
my mom
them.
would go to H&M, she would get one.
She'd get one for me. See, that's the impact that I make on moms. I just want to let you
That
all
they
know,
buy you
if
H&M Henley.
if you have a sister, um, I am great with moms. Moms love me, and you can vouch for that, right,
And
Amanda?
Aunt Kristen's love
Yeah,
you.
and yeah, aunts and moms, they love me. There's something about my my qualities that make that happen. I feel like let's talk a little bit more about dance, shall we? Because people are
Sure.
asking about dance.
Yes.
What styles of dance do you like? What styles of dance would you prefer to be doing now, and all of that? And also, by the way, but while we talk about dance, let me just say, dance competitions. I, holy shit!
I
Like,
have
I
one on
used to
Saturday.
sit those things, and they are tough. They anybody who's able to sit through a dance competition deserves all the recognition in the world.
Yeah,
Okay, so back to you. So
back to me.
styles of dance, everything like
Um,
that.
that I do or that I teach. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't
well,
really
no, that do
dance
you
myself
dance anymore?
anymore.
Have you
Not
lost? Yeah, is
really.
that it?
Um, I haven't really danced since
Oh,
college.
okay. Oh, this is a really great question that people are asking.
Yes.
Do you consider, and I think I know the answer, do you consider dance a sport?
No.
No.
No. Because I mean, I'm sure some people do, and I think it's fine when people say that it is. I'm not one of those people who's like, it's not a sport or it is a sport. Like people get crazy over it. But when I do it, I don't do it as a sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more art and art for me. But there are people who like college dance teams. It's a sport in that sense. But for me, it's not. I think it
And
can be.
so you think like the definition of it is kind of based off of personal versus competition. So like art is like kind of a dance as an art is more of a personal form of expression, as opposed to dance as sport would be I'm trying to win something.
Correct. But I mean, I teach dances for competition, so I do try to win with those. But even still, I don't go into it thinking like we're going to make a dance that's going to win. I
Mm-hmm.
say we're going to make a dance that's fun and that's good that we
I
like.
I I think a really actually good important story to tell these people is the one time that me and you were watching a Dolphins game together, and I had a Dolphins mini. Oh yeah, you snark at the thought of it. Um, I had a Dolphins mini helmet that after the loss, I believe Chad Henne was still the quarterback. I threw and broke. Amanda immediately left the house, and since then refused to watch football with me for the rest of my life and our relationship. And also, I will say that is the pinnacle of madness I've ever gotten in my sports loving life. It was almost the point in my life where I said, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't get so mad about a team losing anymore."
Oh my god, it was so ridiculous. I was so. Am I allowed to say pissed
Yeah,
on a
of course.
podcast? Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so
Uh
pissed. I
huh.
was like, he's so ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm leaving. And I remember like going home and telling my mom, like, he's psychotic. He broke a helmet because his team lost. Like, he's psychotic. My mom was like, relax.
Well, I turned it into a career for a little while, so I guess passion lies where passion lies. But you do generally dislike sports. I'm seeing you at hockey games more often now. Are you a
I like
hockey
to go to
fan
hockey
now?
games because, well, Kevin, my boyfriend now, likes the Rangers, so I just go. But then I get excited when like a team scores because like they have like sirens and everyone sings a song and you go like, hey, 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 hey,
Right.
and then we can get ice cream at the second intermission. So I like it.
So,
And I always get a new sweatshirt when I go.
hey, listen, it works for everybody. You're is Kevin? Will Kevin be watching this? By the way, hey Kevin, it's
He's
really
I
good
know
to
he's
see
not
you.
watching, but
Oh, he
I don't know what he's doing right now. Actually,
no. Okay,
he's
well,
texting me like it keeps coming, but I'm
uh,
not looking at it.
okay, that's fine. Well, let him
Yeah,
know that I wish him the best. In
absolutely.
Yeah. What percentage battery are you at?
Ooh, 5.
5. That's not too bad. Okay, we might be able to get a couple more minutes out of this. You're going to Disney World? What, for the third time this year?
Yeah, I went to Disney World last January and then in November, and then I'm going in February, um, because I really like it and I have an annual pass.
You're very much the type of person that, like, once you like something, like once you feel like once you're hit in that, like that's what you like, and there's
Yes,
nothing wrong with that, and
and
you have
and
no.
people can say like that they don't like it, but I still do.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And I don't think that there's anything bad about that. You just enjoy what you enjoy. By the way, where is the rose from the Jonas Brothers concert? Because,
Oh,
no, sorry, not the Jonas Brothers concert,
the Joe
specifically the Joe
Jonas.
Jonas concert. I was taller than everybody else in the audience because I was,
Did you hear my friends?
yeah, what did they scream?
Jonas
But
Brothers.
there's Joe. Yeah, she had a crazy. I guess it's still not a phase. It's just a way of life, isn't it? For you,
Uh,
the
yeah, yes, no, it's
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I was like by far the tallest person at the Jonas Brothers concert
Were
because
you?
the Joe Jonas concert because I was like the only dude there. So actually, my favorite drummer in the world, Tony Royster Jr., was performing with Joe Jonas. So not only did I end up catching a rose, which by the way, I've never been tackled harder in my life. Like quickly after I caught that rose, there were 6 girls like on top of me trying to take this rose, and they were stealing stems, they were stealing petals. It was pretty
Yeah,
nuts,
it was
but
like
in the
kind of
end,
angled when we left.
yeah, in the end, Amanda did end up getting the rose by Joan Jonas, caught by me, and I ended up getting a drumstick caught by me from Tony Royster Jr. So that was a good day.
That was a good day. I still have
So
the shirt.
where's the rose?
The rose is in the garbage.
Oh, all
It
right.
started to smell.
Oh,
Probably when did we? I got it like what was it, October of college or high school?
um, it was it college?
I think it
It
was
might
freshman year
no
of
it
college.
no it was high school. I think we left early. I think we left school early for it.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
And then we waited
um,
online for about 4 or 5 hours. Listen, I'm just gonna say this now. Like, if like for whoever is going to date me next, I'm a very good boyfriend.
yeah, he'll
Very
leave
good.
school early to take you to a Jonas Brothers concert. Or what else? What else did we see? Did we see Nick Jonas on Broadway?
We did. We did see Nick Jonas on Broadway. Are you gonna watch the Super Bowl? Somebody wants to know.
Am I gonna watch the Super Bowl? Probably,
Mm-hmm.
but like by watch it, like I'll sit in the dining room where the TV is visible and like eat snacks and do something else that's not watch it. But yeah, I'll be there.
We'll all be there. Do you like um the Super Bowl for you? Are you even interested in commercials nowadays,
Um,
or?
no, not really. I don't really watch TV. I only watch Netflix, and
What are you
all I
watching
do
on
is watch.
Netflix right now?
I
Because
just
I'm
watch
working
Friends
on
over and
Netflix.
over.
Oh yeah,
So
of
like,
course you do. Of
so then
course you
like when
do.
it's over, I just restart it because that's it. That's all I do.
Is that it? That's real. Like you don't venture. Like there's so much good
But
stuff
like you said,
there.
once I like something, I just stick to it.
Well, I'm working on getting myself on Netflix at some point in the near future. So I hope that you
Oh, you're
will.
maybe we can broadcast this podcast, and I'll
I
watch
think,
that.
yeah, this is absolutely Netflix quality.
You think?
For no, no,
I have
it's
1%,
not.
so
Okay,
I'm
so
just
this
letting you
is
know.
where it's gonna die. So why don't you uh try to get? Do you think you'll be able to get on the computer or no? Realistically, like with
Um,
headphones, because that port is going in like to the charging
yeah,
port.
because it's a lightning. Let me ask Alexis.
Okay, I don't know if she'll
Do
have
you,
it. I don't know if
do you,
anybody has that.
can we plug this?
Um,
No.
no, it's
Oh
not going to
yeah,
be able to
Dylan said
happen.
we can't.
Okay, she has a wireless charging kit, but that might work. A wireless charging kit. Do you still want to be on? Do you want to keep talking,
Yeah,
or
it's
do you want
fine.
to end this? Yeah.
What? It's a 7,
Hold
maybe.
on for technical
I know I'm a
difficulties here
caveman.
while we.
I'm Manager Caveman.
I might. Should
Um, I found this on your dresser and I crushed it. A toilet paper bowl.
Okay. So let me ask you. Why don't you figure out the
Wait,
wireless charging situation? What are we waiting for?
we interrupt this podcast to show you that it's playing on the TV.
I
I have to
love
go
it.
back into my
Are you
phone to
guys
my room.
listening? Are you able to listen to it?
They're listening, and they put an HDMI on the giant TV in Alexis's
Oh,
living
that's
room.
perfect.
I
That's
don't know. I
so
wouldn't say
worth it.
perfect.
Yeah, I think that the next round of this, once you start charging it in, is like we need to start passing the phone around to all of your friends so that we could make it a whole
Yes.
group event since it's
That
there.
okay. Let me go get
Yeah.
Lex. Can we
Okay.
charge?
So listen.
Mike wants
So
you guys to talk now.
I'm gonna mute you for yeah. I'm
Angela,
gonna mute you for a second. Start waving to me when you're done. Okay.
when? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so while they sort out how to continue on this podcast, leave it to somebody. She. I guess I didn't give her proper enough directions as to how
Wait.
to make it
It has
happen,
to.
but that's
It
fine. We're
has
going to
to. I have to
continue
have
it.
the
We're going to
headphones
make it
in.
real good. Let's
Wait, you
talk
have a
a little bit
wireless
quickly
charger?
in the intermission about what
Can
happened
we try it?
yesterday in the in both games actually, and the
I'm
terrible
muted, so we're fine.
officiating. It's
I just
not
have to
muted.
wave when
Are
we're
you telling me
ready.
that you're still hearing what Amanda is saying?
Good thing I didn't say anything bad.
Let me know.
I don't know if your phone's wireless or
Not
powered.
muted.
Let's put it
Not
down.
muted.
Oh, hi
We
everyone.
can still hear her. Uh oh.
Well, good news.
Um.
It's bad news actually. I have a caveman phone.
Oh.
It's okay.
Okay.
Angela said it's not muted.
Hey.
So my
Yeah.
phone is
You're
not
definitely
compatible
still
with
in.
wireless charging.
Oh, geez, that is really bad news.
Because I have a 7.
Can we take the headphones out?
I think if you take the headphones out, you're not going to be able to hear me anymore, which will be
But
the
you don't think
problem.
it'll play through my phone speaker?
It
Let's just try.
it will.
Can we just
Okay,
try?
let's try it. Let's see what happens. This could be a
Plug that into
disaster
your-
for sound. Everybody, just
we
like
switch
let's
computers?
check
Are
out
you on
what's
the
going
iMac?
on. Yeah, if you want. Like the request is still there. So yeah, I'm just going to keep talking about the refereeing from yesterday. Yeah. The Saints got robbed. I feel so bad for Saints fans. I feel so bad for that city. What a cool city it is. Oh, she muted herself. Now it happened. I think that roughing the passer call on Tom Brady was absolutely ridiculous. That being said, I mean, could you do anything other than just like enjoy the fact that Tom Brady is still around and the Patriot, like just like enjoy the fact that it's there. Like we're going to be able to look back when we're 100 years old, and we're going to be able to go and say like, "Oh, I watched Tom Brady, and he was the greatest of all time." You know, I would have rathered a either Rams Chiefs matchup to be able to get the young guns, or a Saints Patriots matchup to be able to get Drew Brees versus Tom Brady for the last time. I think that would have been epic, and I think the Saints got absolutely screwed. And I don't know. If I were to start last year, I'd probably actually. You can look back on Man versus Madden, and it was all there. I didn't think that there was any shot that Nick Foles would have been able to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. But of course, we saw what happened there. This time around, I think that potentially and probably the maybe I mean, yeah, I guess Jared Goff has a chance to win it. Sean McVay, he's so young. They're both so young. Are they going to be able to? Belichick and Brady are just animals when it comes to the postseason. They just are ahead of everybody else. And you saw early with Pat Mahomes, right? Like he was definitely rattled to start off in that game. Um, he it came alive in the fourth quarter. What a fourth quarter to watch. Um, what do you guys think about the game? Oh, Amanda has now left the chat. So if that was the end of my chat with Amanda Sirakowski, my ex-girlfriend, I hope you got something out of it. It's cool. It's cool to be friends with your ex if the circumstances are right and you both understand what it's all about. That being said, that's the thing. Nothing else matters if they make the call. Yeah, I mean, listen. Yesterday was kind of a real a terrible showcase of refereeing. It was a terrible showcase for the NFL. It was good, exciting games. Only we could hope, I guess, to have better officiating come the Super Bowl. Saints fan, I am sorry. The Predator 444. Listen, if you were able to come in and listen to Amanda, I'm glad that I had her on. I hope that it's able to come back and that we're able to talk to her friends too because they're very cool people as well. But do you guys have any particular are any of you friends with ex-girlfriends? Do you think that that's something that like should be the case that people should go around and actually say stuff? I hope it was good. I hope that there was actually some sort of substance out of it. There was 3 years of life being spent with each other. So it's fun. It's fun how oh, look who's back.
I don't have
What
headphones, but you're playing on speaker, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think that it's fine. I can't hear myself.
Well, because I'm in the other room.
Oh, okay, that works well. Yeah. All right. So
Because
let's.
it's plugged into the charger and my headphones here. So we can charge for a little while, and then I'll take it off the charger and bring it with the headphones to the squad in the viewing lounge.
In the viewing lounge. Were they listening to my to my latest? I was just saying that it was nice. You have 3 years of relationship with somebody. It's nice to not completely give up on all hope of relationship. It's nice to see each other once every 5 years and then occasionally go on a podcast together. That's how we kind of left it off the last time we saw each other. We had a drink and we said, well, it was nice to see you for the first time in 5 years. Let's see you again in five, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that works out well.
Yeah, absolutely. Shanna's watching too, so if you
want Shanna. Okay, Shanna. I should get Shanna on the podcast at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not here. She's at her apartment.
Right. No, I know. But the people would love Shanna. Shanna is
super cool.
Is super cool. She's a huge Dolphins fan as well. So let's see. I asked people if they were friends with their exes, and one person said, "Are you ever coming back to TPS?" That's another ex of mine. So I believe the answer to that is no. Mike with the AirPods flex. Yes, you're welcome. Let's see. Some people said, I simply do not talk to my other exes. My ex-wife can just stay away. Yeah, no, I'd say that's probably, yeah, Aaron, that's probably a good idea. I think that like the where the ex happens, whether it's in high school or marriage, those are two different things. I need a girlfriend to have an ex. Yep. Yep, I think it can be a can of worms in future relationships to be friends with your ex. Well, isn't that the goddamn truth?
Angela just gave me her phone full of several pictures of us.
Oh, hi, Ange.
Hi, Mike.
Here she is.
What's up? I was just seeing you in Dublin recently.
This one.
Yes, I was in Dublin. Here's a photo I took of you. I'll do photos for anybody.
Angela Bonica. Yeah. So this was. Look at me. Come on, guys. Look how good this is.
It's good because I have the phone, so I could choose the pictures. Like I don't.
Okay. Yeah, they were all good. They're all really, really good.
Swing set.
Let's see. Oh God.
That's a good angle.
Yeah, that's.
Do you hear everyone peeing in the next room?
No, I don't.
I think I'm wearing like a maternity strapless dress. This is what it looks like in these
Let's
photos.
see. Let's see what else we've got.
Well, here's us holding hands.
Wow. Look at that posture. Incredible posture by me,
Look
huh?
how short my hair is.
Yeah, it's short. Yeah, I liked it like that, I think.
I don't know.
I think I did.
It's a little short now. I just got it cut, but it's like long.
Oh, it looks great.
Thank you.
What else you got to show them?
Um,
They're laughing, by the way. They're enjoying this segment sincerely.
Okay.
So keep it going for the fans.
This is Angela, who was just here. This is you and her. I'm not
quite
sure what you're looking at or pointing to, but something clearly of interest.
Yeah, this was not a bad photo shoot. I remember this was such a good day. Yeah. Okay, Aaron saying that
I found another good one.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
She's mad. I showed everyone her braces. Angela Justin texted you. This one. I think we had this one on a blanket, perhaps.
Oh yes. Wait, put that one back up. Put that one back up. Okay. So not only did we take that photo, but yes, that photo is printed on a blanket, a full ass blanket.
Give that blanket
to my Aunt Ida, I think. Did I give it to Aunt Ida or did I give it to you? No, I gave it to you.
I don't have it.
Where's that blanket? That blanket's somewhere. It's scary to me that blanket is somewhere.
Maybe you donated it to like.
There was show us the blanket. Show us the blanket. I'm looking for the.
I don't think.
I want to tell you the truth. Because I remember that blanket, and I've been in relationships since then. And I always I had this subconscious fear that at some point that blanket would show up. Because how do you really explain that you still have that blanket?
Who got that blanket for who? Did I get it for you or did you?
Yeah, I think you might. You got it for me, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. I used to have it on my bed. Hi, Alexis.
Look, this is Luna.
Hi, Luna. Look, it's beautiful. Yeah, what happened to that blanket?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
I have you got it for me. So yeah, somebody sleeps under a Mike and Amanda blanket. No, not creepy at all.
Maybe it's a closet at your house, like in the bottom room.
That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of somebody I'm scared of all of a sudden my wife in 10 years uncovers that. Well, no, if she's a good wife, it will be understood. there will just be a lot of laughter going on in that process. Oh, actually, my mom just texted me. There's a chance she's. Oh, my mom says she has the blanket with her.
Yes,
my mom texts. She says she's had it hidden for years.
That's amazing, Fran.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's amazing. I love that. Yeah. Okay. So good. I'm glad that I'm.
No offense.
A blanket
with your face on it.
Yeah, I got my dad also for Father's Day last year a blanket of all selfies of me. So that's a gift that I like to give.
Yeah, that's just so great. Let me see what people have been saying. Jay Dillard says that he would like to have an ex-girlfriend to ignore. CEO Fishing says, I have an ex-crush that I'm sort of kind of friends with. It's hard because she's dating my best friend. Oh, shit.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that happen, and I was a part of that. Amanda was my first ever kiss, believe it or not. And I was the one that was being friend zoned all throughout my high school existence until Amanda came around. Hey.
Remember the speech?
Remember? We talked about it.
Oh, you talked about it.
Wait, Alexis, come on in and speak about the speech, because this was a defining moment in my career. This is when I actually decided that I wanted to go into what I'm doing now.
So did Dylan.
I don't think Dylan remembers. Dylan's probably, Wait, what happened? When you ran for class president.
Yeah.
He made a really funny speech, and at the end, he was like, "Yeah, and I got a girlfriend or something." I don't remember exactly the wording.
Did you run?
This is in the. What? It was yeah, it was going into junior year.
So then in his senior year one, he was like, and then I never.
Yeah. Oh, the lesser known senior year speech, which was also a good one. But
Mike Cantalupo one. Junior.
that was junior year. Little Mike Cantalupo. Yeah, that was.
Like
You know, there's a big metaphor to all of that, and I'll go into it really briefly because, like that speech, I was petrified for that speech. Also, by the way, Amanda, Zane says you're super lucky that your ex-girlfriend isn't a psycho. So
Zane doesn't know me that well.
yeah, that's true. Questionable.
I don't know.
We've Jay Dillard's asking how long we dated. It was like 2.5 years. But anyway, that speech, I was petrified to make that speech. It was the scariest moment of my life. I was shitting myself waiting to go up there because there were 15 other people that went up and gave their regular mundane speeches about running for class president. And then Lauren Reisig, Harvard grad, she wants everybody to know. Yeah, we love her. But anyway, so I went up there and I went with, I mean, I had the speech memorized. Don't fool. I don't even know why I wanted to run for class president. Just some sort of inkling told me to run for class president. And
thing to do, run for class
president. It wasn't my thing to do until it was my thing to do.
Now it would be, but
right before it was just like it was a little out of the blue, and that's what made it so unique and so awesome. Like I came home that day, I had like 400 friend requests on Facebook. That's like a thing. That's something like I haven't even experienced that. Like I've experienced that once since then, and that's when I left TPS, and there were thousands of people that came. So like what it is a lesson for in the long run is kind of just like all of those like scary steps will actually end up propelling you to the next step. So without that speech, I wouldn't have had the ability to speak in public in the way that I do because of that immediate elation that I felt from all of the nerves. And the second I say, hey, everybody is on the floor laughing. I don't know how I did it. I don't know what it was, but it was the moment that I said, holy shit, I might be onto something. And then now when I left TPS too, when I was able to hear from all of you guys and be able to go on and face my fear of doing that. And now what I'm doing next, about to jump into something scary, Amanda. I want to let you know.
What?
Well, I don't know. It's just like jumping into the world of like streaming services and going into that next phase of like kind of high budget television and trying to make my mark in there. It's a risk. It's scary, but I think that like that fear is kind of is forcing me to be excited again for the first time.
That's big stuff.
Is it?
It's a high budget dance. Get excited again.
Yeah. Well, will it come? What do you will it come? Like for you, what do you think?
I don't know.
Where do you want? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be going with it? Is like, do you want to be teaching more professional dancers at some point? Do you want to? Do you just kind of like not know? Or
I have no idea.
That's good too, though.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you say like you know what you want and then it doesn't happen, then it's like you're disappointed. So I just would rather not know and be excited about anything that happens.
Yeah. I wish that I had that same sort of like attitude. I really feel like I could learn something from that instead of just being like, oh well, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go mad.
Yeah, no, I don't get like that. I just whatever happens is exciting.
Somebody just said, never trust no one and you have no problems. You also don't really have much of, a fruitful existence, I really kind of think. Right?
Who, me?
Right? Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, you got to trust people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that I don't have a fruitful.
No. I'm not saying that about you. No, come on. You trust people pretty well, I would say.
I trust everyone.
People are saying Mike for president 2020. Of course, 2044. You guys know that already if you've been watching. That is the presidential year run.
Wow.
And I think I'm serious about it. If imagine,
No, he's not
yeah,
gonna be. How old are you gonna be in 2044?
50.
No.
Yeah, that sounds about right,
We're
right?
25 this year. I hope everyone knows how old you are. 'Cause I just
Yeah. Well, actually, they were shocked when they found out that I was only 24.
How old do they
But
think you were?
like 36.
Is that a good thing or
I don't know. That's why I shave so that people will start thinking I'm young again. No. So actually, so CEO Fishing keeps asking why we broke up. That's a good one. Do you want to explain it? Since you were the one that initiated, do you want to explain it?
and that's it. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, what did you say? What?
I said it just wasn't working.
It just wasn't working.
And I just like to keep my personal life private. So
Wow, that is kind of cool, right? Your personal life is also a part of my personal life, and
you can talk on your next podcast if you want, but we're not going to talk.
Wow, I love that. Okay, that's fine. Somebody thought I was 30. So I will honor your space and wait till next week to tell everybody what you did to me.
I'll make sure to be watching, and I'll send in little questions.
No, that's good though. Maybe it's important because like you never know where all these are going to end up broadcasting itself back into, and I think that's kind of like this weird fine line that has to be figured out by everybody as we continue to plaster stuff all over social media, and especially for me, plastering myself all over the internet and my voice all over the internet is like you want to be more personal than ever because that's what's selling. That's what people want to hear. They want to have those personal conversations. They want to know really everything about that person, honestly. But at the same time, when you're the person that is giving the information, there should be a sort of sacredness to some things. Maybe I don't know. It's something that like kind of needs to be figured out for me in my career in the next step. Because also, like you're right, there are other people that are involved in the history of my life that that you have to be aware for.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right. Well, it teaches me a good lesson. Great boundaries. Yeah, counseling nomad. Thank you.
Great boundaries. I like that.
How did I get on TPS? Well, that's not a question for the podcast. How did I quickly? I got on TPS by a freelancer's website after a series of doing a bunch of things. That's how I ended up doing it. Somebody, what do you have a moment? Do you have a moment that stuck out for you, Amanda? That kind of like my speech of sorts. Do you have something that made you love dance? Because it was, but was it even too early to remember? Because you've been dancing forever.
Yeah, I mean, since I was little, like 3 or 2, maybe 1997. So I was 3. I've been dancing since I was 3, and then I never really did anything else. So I don't think it was like one certain moment where I like all of a sudden went to dance class and was like, wow, this is what I want to do. It was just like always something that I did and that I never stopped doing. So it was like, what else could I really do besides this?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was kind of thinking too. Is like, wow, I'm finally good at something.
Yeah, and then like when I went to BOCES, I realized like, hey, I could do this after high school too, and that was kind of like an aha moment. Like, oh, I don't have to stop when I graduate.
So, was there a moment for you, or is there anything in terms of for teaching wise now? Do you get a gratification? Is it? I imagine it can't be from every student, but do you see that spark come out in other people, and how did that make you feel?
I love when press something on my phone.
Uh-oh, yeah, you lost the. You're
Sorry.
back. Okay.
Okay, here. I love when parents come in and they're like, "Oh, so and so was playing dance class at home, and she wanted to be Miss Amanda, and I had to be her." Like
Mm,
things like that.
yeah.
Um,
And those people,
it's
those kids, like no matter what, like you're instilling a sort of confidence into their lives that whether they
yeah,
take it in dance or not, they're gonna take it.
yeah. Like I'm trying to think. It was like Thanksgiving this year, and I teach like mostly babies for whoever's listening, like 3, 4, 5-year-olds. Um, I think I teach like 36 classes a week, and like 27 of them are kids under 5.
Mm,
Um, and one girl did a "What I Am Thankful For" tree in school, and the picture in the middle was a picture of me and her. So it's like
mm,
she might not like remember the things that we do in class, but I'm always going to be her first dance teacher, and I'm always going to be the person in the middle of her 3-year-old's thankful tray.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Things like that. I'm like, oh,
It makes the 36 classes a week seem somewhat worth it,
yeah,
maybe once in a while.
sometimes.
Yeah. What's everybody else up to? What's your phone battery at? Is it good, you
I'm
think?
charging. Oh, I have 20. Let me
You're
bring
still
it.
charging? Well, it does, yeah, it's fine. We're 46 minutes in already, believe it or not. You thought this was just going to be a quick 5-minute thing that was just going to be
Yeah.
a couple of questions. Are you happy that you're doing this so far?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Jay
I see
Dillard is
myself on TV, so if we could turn the TV off, girls.
you're not used to that. You're not used to seeing yourself in the Oh, look, there I am.
Okay, who do you want to talk to first? Angela. I already talked.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Angela, about law school.
No, I don't want to talk.
Yeah, Angela, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Wait, I'm hearing myself now, so something needs to mute.
Not on. You're not on anymore. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I can have the headphones.
okay, listen, so Danny Duncan wants to know from any of you, how do you develop a girlfriend with poor social skills?
How do you develop a girl?
Well, I think like how do you get a girlfriend? I think not how do you make your girlfriend have poor social skills, but rather how do you get a girlfriend if you have poor social skills?
I don't think you need to have the best. Like, there's people who have poor social skills who have girlfriends. I think you just need to find a girl that you can connect with, despite the fact that you have poor social skills. And there will be girls that understand that and that like know how to react back. But there will be girls who are like, wow, no.
Yeah.
So
You got to
just have
see
to
what
find
works
someone
best.
who gets it.
Yeah. Here, wait a minute. One in yours, one in mine.
So
No, we can't. It'd be too much for my sensory.
right,
yeah,
can you
there's a
hear
lot
us?
going. Yeah, I could hear you now. There was a change. Oh, look, 1-1. I think Angela, you're the one with the microphone, so it's probably gonna be able to hear you best. But um, yeah. So somebody just asked now kind of the similar question, but how do you get a girlfriend? Well, I'll say that was a yeah. We have a younger
Interesting.
audience. Let's so it's important to notice I was in a very similar place as all of them when I started becoming friends with all of you guys. I think like it's weird. It's like yeah, stop looking. I think the thing is like you stop looking, and then all of a sudden it's just like oh wow, a girl likes me. Yeah, sure, I'll make that work.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's the same way. I'm a chronic dater, as they say. So
you're in and out all the time.
all the time, but
Uh huh.
now I am single, and it's hard because if you're used to dating, then you're like, where is the next person? But that is the key to just. Thank you, Dylan. He's applauding me. The thing is just to like focus on yourself, and the right person will come along eventually. Can't rush things, and you don't want to fall into something with someone who you actually aren't compatible with, because then in the end it might not end well.
Yeah, and you could end up you could end up if you just keep chasing relationships. It's exactly that. You'll just what's the point of like you'll never learn how to like be by yourself or be able to live a life like that.
Yep.
So CEO Fishing said as soon as he stopped looking, he found 3 girls. He managed to mess it.
Oh, 3.
But he said he managed to mess it up with all 3 though. So
Well,
So
then you should reevaluate maybe.
Angela,
What
what?
didn't work? What did work?
What's the latest with you? You're in law school now.
In my second year of law at St. John's. It sucks, but it'll be worth it. Um,
Good
I'm going to be
whispering
working
there, Amanda.
in medical malpractice after law school.
Oh, well, listen, I have a doctor for you named Alejandro. He was on the podcast last week. He is a ER doctor in Chile.
Wow.
So that will work out really well in terms of medical malpractice. Why
Yeah, but
medical
he's sued.
malpractice? Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Of course.
I can
You're on the
represent.
doctor's side too, right?
Yeah, I'm on the doctor's side, so I'd represent him. Medical malpractice kind of just fell into my lap. I had an opportunity to try it, and I did, and I loved it, and I've been doing it since last summer. And I work during school too at the office, so I just really like it.
So is law school something that you wanted to do for a while, becoming a lawyer? Or is that a
No.
long-term goal of yours? No.
No.
What did you originally want to do?
I wanted to be like a forensic pathologist or something like on CSI, and that wasn't actually a job that you could have. So
Really?
I got a criminal justice degree. It could be if you worked hard at being a cop and then became a detective, but
But
I didn't
something
really
about
think
you and being
about
a
that.
cop. Yeah.
A lot of people said that wasn't the thing for me. What?
Really?
Thank you. Amanda would be scared. She'd be the only one.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably, yeah, you could hold your own. Come on.
Yeah,
But anyway, you went to law school.
Yep, I did that instead, and now I like it. But I mean, it's definitely the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
How is it testing you? Are there things you're finding out about yourself that
Oh,
you
yeah.
never knew about yourself?
Mentally, physically, it tests you every day. How much can you read in a week? How much can you read in 10 minutes? What about you need to have good public speaking skills. It's hard. You don't realize how hard it is to sit down in front of a bunch of people and get your point across in as little words as possible, because that's in the end what you're trying to do. They use the Socratic method like most law schools do, so they'll just call on a random person to answer every single question from the reading from the night before, and the reading might have been
Socratic
100
method,
pages or something.
that's already too complicated for me. The Socratic method. I
That's the
just
thing.
well, so what is the gender disparity there in law school? Is it is it pretty even nowadays?
Yep, it's pretty even nowadays. Thank you. There's actually, for St. John's, I think it's 60-40 women currently.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there is still disparity in the workplace,
Mm-hmm.
and especially with partners, not even just associate level lawyers, but partner level. There's definitely a disparity between men and women. More partners in New York City who are men than women, but I'm on Women's Law Society, and we're trying our best to work with the students now to know how to navigate the workplace once they become attorneys, and how to put their best foot forward so that women can become higher and higher in the workplace hierarchy. So.
Do you think that New York is your home for the future, or are you willing to go out and because you've been doing a decent amount of traveling, right?
Yes, that's one of the things I wanted to do with law school. I knew I wanted to travel a lot, so I'm traveling as much as possible in my off time when I can, but I'm going to end up practicing in New York. That's the goal.
So to somebody who had an initial idea of what they wanted to do in college, because that's kind of the age range here. I mean, I'm actually surprised always by what the age range is, but there are a lot of people who are still young. It might just be starting college, might be applying to colleges soon, who think that they want to do something. And even go into college thinking they want to do something. Is there any sort of advice that you will have to them?
That if you pick the wrong thing, that's okay. A bunch of us did it. I know tons of my friends did it. I got a criminal justice degree with a minor in psychology, and now I'm in law school. Most people who have gotten a criminal justice degree aren't on the trajectory to go to law school. So that was a total change for me. But you can do, as long as you get a degree in something, that's the most important thing, I think, in this day and age. You need a college degree to do basically anything. And then getting graduate school is also really important, and you can get into graduate school through a lot of different channels. You don't have to major in something specific usually to go to a certain grad school or go to law school or stuff like that. So don't let that deter you from going to school. I personally went to college with the idea that I wanted to have a college experience, and I went to Quinnipiac because I knew that they had the things I wanted to do in my spare time, and they also had my major I wanted. So I'm glad I got that experience, even though it didn't turn out that the college degree that I got didn't end up being my actual occupation, my college experience is something I'll always remember, and I'll never regret doing that. So
Right, no matter what your major
yep,
was or whatever you intended. So,
yeah,
I
you can
guess
always change your mind.
yeah, while we're now hitting the hour mark, you guys now because I think me and Amanda talked enough about me and Amanda, but yeah. Oh, look at you guys! You guys have been friends for a really fucking long time.
Tell everyone
Uh,
about our web
you can
shows.
hear, we can hear
Oh
you,
yeah,
by the way.
I don't know if you know that I had a web show
No,
called.
I
We
wait,
did.
Amanda
wait,
had a web show. Are you kidding?
wait. I remember this vaguely,
Called The
right?
Amangela Show, and we used to read
Yeah.
quotes from Angela's love book.
Where can we find that? Let the
can't.
people
It's deleted
know.
off YouTube. Don't
It's
worry.
dark web. Yeah,
Oh,
somewhere.
it's so you guys have been friends for how long?
10 years more?
Yeah, maybe 10 years at this point, almost 11.
And it started through dance.
Yes.
So, Angela, I will ask you this final question because I have a very similar relationship with my friend Max, who we became friends through playing the drums and
Yes.
playing percussion. And Max went on to go utilize it professionally, and I didn't. But I still find that. Not only the relationships that I created through playing the drums, but the drums itself actually shaped me as the person that I am right now. I kind of feel a sort of rhythm to life, and how strange that sounds, and it's a big part of who I am. Do you think that dance is actually still playing a important role in who you are as a person? And
Yeah, definitely. I do. I still try to do it as much as possible. It definitely helped me throughout high school with time management. I learned a lot about how to manage school, dance teams at school, and then dance at home by like doing all those stuff together. And those
Mhm.
years of doing dance were definitely important for me going forward.
Mhm.
But also, I did teach a little bit during first year of law school, which was good to have on my resume. A lot of people like to see that you're working during school, so that
Mhm.
helped me, and I still enjoy it a lot. It's a big outlet for me, and
Mhm.
I still am in contact with all my friends from dance too.
Yeah, there's that certain kind of point of performance where an importance of keeping something somewhat sacred, because like for me it feels like, okay, well, at this point I've commodified conversation, so it's almost like I'm trying to keep music like that sacred release, to where it's like, okay, no matter what, like I could go back and I could perform, but I could do it just completely for me in how I
Yeah.
want to do it. So I think it's good if you guys have some sort of art, something that you love to do, that maybe like isn't necessarily going to become a profession for you guys. Just keep doing it, honestly, because it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like you're gonna get bored. Like as Amanda was saying beforehand, and as I was saying, and as why I left TPS, the things that you love, when they become a job, it becomes completely different. Everything starts to change, and you kind of, at sometimes, if you don't keep yourself in check, you lose the understanding of why you started in the first place.
Yeah.
So understand your
Agree.
passions,
Preach.
hold them to a high standard, and don't let them go. Don't forget the reason why you started what you started. That's what I got to
Yes.
keep reminding myself. Do you guys have any final thoughts? While
Any final thoughts?
Yeah, is Max watching?
I don't think Max is watching, but I could tell him to watch. Here, yeah, okay. What do you have to say?
No, I just wanted to say hi to him. I thought he was watching.
Oh, I don't know if he is. Well, is that your was that your final thought?
No, but I've been holding it in since you brought up Max
Oh, okay.
because you were still talking. No, my final thought is that this was really fun. Thanks for having me. And if
It's
you
my
ever want to do
pleasure.
another podcast again, just let me know that it's going to be the same as this so I can wear a better outfit and do my hair.
You said that it was going to you were going to wear a blazer, so I
I
was
know.
fully
I did.
expecting the blazer.
I thought you said like you don't have to wear a blazer. LOL. I thought it was like you're not going to be on video. LOL.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just going to say like you can wear sweats if you want, and look, that's what happened. So it
I'm
works out
wearing
well.
navy
Sweats.
blue pants
We
and black
definitely
Uggs.
all sweat.
That's perfect. Let's what else is there to do on a Monday night other than hang out with your friends or sit in your office all day long like I do? Y-
We're at our friend's house because she's an adult now.
yeah, that's an awesome thing. Adulthood can be fun.
Yes, you can bring
Maybe.
flying saucers to your friend's house. and do a podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what a night it is. Angela, anything else?
No, that's all for me. This is my first. For my actually, this is my coming back from retirement of YouTube fame.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is true.
So
I
hope to
think
see everyone
everybody
again soon.
remembers. They
all remember that.
remember you for. Actually, we have people tuning in right now who are amazed to see Amangela back together on YouTube.
Who is tuning in?
All
That
the
is
people.
amazing to see that.
All the people.
I think some of the people probably were infants when that came on.
Yeah,
It was
it's right,
quite
a
right
while
about
ago.
that. Right
Maybe
about that time.
2009,
Yeah.
2010.
All right, I'm out. I'm outie.
You're out.
Peace.
All right.
All
That's
right.
it.
Do you want to talk to anyone else?
Well, does anybody else want to talk? Does anybody else
Alexis,
want to have a final?
Alexis, do you have anything to say to the podcast, to the fans of the world? This doesn't stay in my ear. Did you know I have my ears pierced?
Yeah, it looks good.
Alexis said everything was beautifully said.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that we did that well. All right. Well, Amanda, it was a pleasure to talk to you. I will text text you in the next 4 to 5 months and we'll say something, and then I will talk to you again in 5 years.
Yes, that sounds like a plan.
That sounds fucking fantastic.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
All right.
Thanks for having me, though. This was
No,
fun.
yeah, this was actually, yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, you could be friends with your ex people. Just do it right.
Yeah, just have a podcast, and there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Goodbye, guys. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna
Bye.
do it
Bye,
again tomorrow.
everyone.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.